like I've been saying since last week, that if each one could reach one and each one could teach one, this world would be a better place. And mental health is not something that you want to hoard the information from your sisters, your friends, your aunties, everyone. So please share this on your story. Let people join us. Let people join us. I just hope that a lot of people are not waiting and thinking that, okay, great, and thinking that we're starting at 6. No, we're not starting at 6, we're starting at 5, because Dr. Memuna is Muslim and she has to, do other things. Okay, so hello everyone. Dr. Memuna is here. I'm going to add her up now. And then we usually would wait for 3 to 5 minutes. We normally will wait for 5 minutes so that Instagram can announce to everyone that we are live. So I'm just waiting. We are live. Good. I knew it. Everyone is saying, oh, I didn't know today was 5. I mentioned it yesterday that today's session is going to be at 5 p.m. because Dr. Memuna has other things that she has to do. Ramadan is in session, and, we're grateful that she agreed to be here because of, she has other demands on her life. So, yeah. So everyone is coming, because I don't want a case where everyone will say, oh, Toyosi, you didn't wait for us. So in exactly 1 minute, I'm going to add Dr. Memuna on and we will start. So, hi everyone. If you're just joining in for the first time, my name is Toyosi Gregory-Jonah. I am a mom of 2, a fashion entrepreneur, and somebody who is just so passionate about wholesome and balanced living, especially for moms and women generally. So, I got this direction to do this thing because a lot of people reach out to me and they're like, oh, Toyosi, your life is so surreal. It looks like everything is working for you. It looks like, oh, you have it all together. And I just thought, you know what, guys, this thing is very possible. This thing is achievable. A woman can have it all as far as the whole is being defined by her. And I also, I've added Dr. Memuna. So a woman can actually have it all as far as she's the person who is determining what the meaning of all is for her. Good evening, Dr. Memuna.
Good evening. Good evening.
So before you joined in, I was just trying to do like a pre-introduction. So I was saying that the reason why this whole conference, which is pretty much ending today, started in the first place is because people message me all the time and they're saying, oh, Toyosi, it looks like you have it together. It looks like everything is just working for you. So it started looking like my life is somewhat aspirational. So the things that I see as simple, right, people look at it and it's a big deal to them. And that's because I realized that because I am constantly in the quest for knowledge, in quest for, what is the solution to this. I'm constantly talking to people who are like professionals in different areas. I'm constantly sharing ideas with friends like me who are visionaries. So the kind of wisdom that I am interacting with all the time is different. So me assuming that everybody who follows me are on the same level was actually erroneous, because I realized if you're not conscious, you can judge people and say, Morocco smart, GLO, that kind of vibe. But then I realized that no, you are here because you are this person, because you are this intentional. Now, how do you help these people to get to the next level? So I said, you know what, there are different fragments of my life, and in achieving wholesomeness, there are different parts of your life that you need to pull together. It's not just one thing. Also, achieving wholesomeness is not a destination. It is something that you constantly do. It's something that is ongoing till the last days.
Yeah.
So in drawing all the things that come together to form this awesome life, I realized that mental health is one thing that a lot of people don't talk about, but then it is almost 90% of what constitutes that awesomeness once you remove God. Because the truth is, somebody who is not mentally okay cannot say authoritatively that they are whole. And being mentally okay is not until you start running on the road and you're naked, or you start, that's when people think somebody is mental. It's a lot, especially with living in Nigeria, living in certain environments that kind of like induce, that's hot, that's almost a mental, very chaotic life. People are literally medically mad, but nobody is talking about it. Nobody can even see it. So I decided that, you know what, I'm going to bring, who else would I bring to come and break this thing down? So that this, my family of women who understand that, see, if you're not getting your mental health right, it's difficult to get to that place they call wholesome. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
It's very,
Yeah.
very difficult. So this evening, we're going to be talking to Dr. Memuna, and I'm going to let her introduce herself. I met Dr. Memuna a couple of years back at Excel Woman event with that one of my big sisters put together in Nigeria, and she said several things that I till tomorrow I still remember it, because the reason why we go to this event is to actually hear the things that we don't pay attention to, so that we can make little changes every single day that helps us get to our best self. So I'm going to let Dr. Memuna introduce herself before we officially start the question asking and all of that. So Dr. Memuna, please go ahead.
Well done, women. Well done, awesome women. And of course, it's great to be here. For women, like I said on my post before coming on live, is that a woman is a well-organized man. Not that we are insulting the men, no, but literally, woman came from the bone. The man came from, we all know where the man came from. So woman literally is stronger from the rib of a man. So if you are well organized man, those means that yes, there's so many things that now comes on you, your ability to focus on. So for me, being a physician and a psychiatrist, this journey has been one day at a time. Setting up my private practice over 8 years ago, it was more of a secondary service, which is to cater for emotional and mental health related, challenges that individuals will face. But with time, we found out that 70 to 80% of our clients are women and children. That also gives us an idea of one, who are those that seek for help on time? Women. Who are those that face challenges, especially when it comes to anxiety and depression? Women. Who are those saddled with so much societal pressure? Even if they are not asking you to do it, you just feel it is normal for you to do it. Because women are natural nurturers, whether society or not. You just have that maternal instinct to help that woman, out there. So the thing is that for me being in this space over time, I've been able to suffer from the preventive to the curative. So I'm more into the preventive arm now, because stigma is still highly associated with people living with mental illness. So it's best for us to tell people why you are at risk, how much risk are you, that you have, and of course what you should do in ensuring you have that holistic wellness, as opposed waiting till
to go out of hand.
So no. So and this is one of the ways that we are doing that. The advocacy, public enlightenment, empowering people with knowledge. So the thing is that sometimes people think about money. No. When you are empowered with knowledge, when you then apply it, that is where the real power
You
lies.
see results, yes.
So, so I'm on board, like what Toyosi said. I'm a physician primarily, of course with specialty in mental health, which made me a psychiatrist, and I run Pinnacle Medical Services, which is a health and wellness center that deals on emotional and psychological well-being. Married with 3 children.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Memuna. I like that introduction, because it sort of like sets the pretext for the questions that we're going to be asking, and also to let people understand that, listen, this English sounds like it sounds like a broken record, but it works, and you just made mention of it now, that prevention is actually better than cure any day, anytime, and information is useless until you apply it. So when you give the people this information and they're able to apply it, the chances that they will get results, once they even see a sign of what the things that you shared with them, they know that this thing that Dr. Memuna said is this thing, this is what is coming to me. That way, the intensity of the effect that will happen in a case where somebody didn't have any knowledge before will be reduced, because then they know that, this thing is looking like what they described in that live session. Let me go and find help. So, it really, really makes a lot of sense. So, Dr. Memuna, I put out word and I asked women who have been here with us if they want to say, you know what, you guys ask your questions. So they sent me a couple of questions, which I'm going to be asking you, and I'm hoping that time will permit us for you to attend to every one
I
of them
hope
for us.
so.
Okay, so the first question I have here, Dr. Memuna, is this, and if just, point blank, what exactly is mental illness? And also, Dr. Memuna, I want you to come forward. Your voice is a bit I
Distant?
think, yeah, it's a bit distant.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm sure I will increase my voice line.
Okay, so
So
she said, what exactly is mental illness? What is this? What does it mean to be mentally ill?
you. So I like that question because it helps us to delineate between mental health and mental illness, which a lot of times people use interchangeably. No, mental health is different from mental illness. And what exactly is mental illness? Mental illness is a disorder that affects the simple layman language that only one can understand. It's a mental disorder or it's a medical condition that affects the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we behave. Your thoughts influence your emotions influence your behavior. So mental illness is that medical condition that now affects that way you think, the way you behave, and of course the action you take. So all of us all have mental health, but not all of us have mental illness. That is the distinction.
Oh, wow. That's a very good one.
We all have mental health, but we do not all have
Mental illness. Oh,
yeah.
good.
So that delineates. So, and according to statistics, 1 out of every 4 individuals in the world will have a mental illness. Will. So it may be now, it may be before,
it may be later,
it may be in the future. We have. Why? Because we are human beings. We are social animals, and we will lose people. We have relationship challenges. We have financial crisis. We will be bereaved. We will go through difficult times. We may go through challenges in our career. We may have midlife crisis. It does not necessarily mean that man on the street. So when people hear mental illness, oh, is that man on the street? No. Mental illness, you can have it, still be working, and still be productive. That doesn't mean that you are mad as people think. No, there's a difference between having a mental illness and being on the street. Being on the street means that you have what we call vagrant psychotic. You are vagrant as an English word. Psychotic means that it's a severe mental illness. So there are different stages. So when people say, oh, the moment they hear mental, they don't want to know whether it is health or illness that comes after. Just mental, there's something wrong with you. No. We all, if you do not have mental health, you are not alive. Because physical and mental health form part of our awareness. Physical health, mental health, family, career, financial, spiritual is the wheel of wellness. But when it now comes to an illness, it then means it's a medical condition like hypertension, like diabetes, like ulcer, like cancer. So that is just what mental illness is. We all have mental health, but we do not all have mental illness.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Memuna, for really tearing that apart. Because the truth is, honestly, in fact, that table, a lot of us will need to fall up from that table of when you hear mental. The moment you hear mental like this, all the hair on your body will just raise up and say, hey. And like you said, we don't even wait to hear whether it is illness or whether it is health that is going to come after it. Thank you so much for literally tearing that apart. It's so, so important. So that, I mean, because somebody is talking about mental health doesn't necessarily mean that you have lost your mind. It doesn't mean that you are actually crazy. Right. Thank you very much, Dr. Memuna. My next question is this. Somebody said, what exactly is the difference between stress and depression?
Good. Stress, as the word is, it means there's something affecting you. Stress is a cause of depression. When you look at stress and depression, there are 4-letter words that are alike there. RESS. So if you are online, write stress down, write depression down, you find out that there are 4-letter words that are similar. R-E-S-S, which is rest. So stress is, they are the things that you face on a day-to-day basis that are affecting whether your physical or mental health, that are overwhelming, that are not allowing you to be productive, that are affecting your day-to-day activities. While depression, on the other hand, is a type of mental illness that affects you emotionally, that comes with symptoms that are more of sadness, which is of at least 2 weeks, energy level down, which is ongoing, and loss of interest in things ordinarily affect us. You can be stressed and have a physical illness. You can be stressed and have a mental illness. I want to look at these 4-letter words that are similar between stress and depression. You find out that the R, the reason, relationship challenges. You are stressed because of relationship challenges, which can lead to depression. E, you are stressed, you are experiencing economic issues, financial challenges, which can lead to depression. Yeah. S, you are stressed, you are not sleeping well, which is a major gateway to emotional breakdown. And the other stress as women, because we're talking about wholesome women. It does not necessarily mean that you just want to just look at one small angle about a woman and leave the other side. Wholesome, that other S is a major challenge when it comes to relationship, coming together, sex. Even the Maslow hierarchy of needs talks about the basic needs: food, water, shelter, sex. So you find out that loss of libido is one of the things you experience when you are depressed. So you see the woman saying, I have headache, I'm tired, don't touch me, don't do this. The person may be depressed. Does not necessarily mean that the person is having malaria or typhoid or sick. Is that depression? And because there's now loss of libido, which is one of the symptoms, the person can no longer, that interest is no longer there. So you see the way we are linking stress to depression. So we need to understand that when you are stressed, it can affect you physically, mentally, cognitively, everything. And stress is such a big word that you can go to university and learn about stress from year 1 to year 4 and be learning it and you don't still understand. So the rule of stress is you must understand your stress level. You must understand what stresses you, who stresses you, because sometimes it's about
people.
And you allow this people to still be in your inner circle,
in your life.
You will never be well. That is just the truth. You will never, because these people are taking up, they are occupying your
life, your mental space, like matter.
They don't, and if you do not find a way to start retracing yourself and taking care of yourself, you will forever be stressed. But the good thing, let me let everybody know, stress is good. There's a good stress, which is the eustress, and there's a bad stress, which is the distress. Stress is one thing that you have to put up this conference right now and bring us all on board from the past how many days. You stressed about it. Instrumental stress, which made you focus. But when it becomes a distress, that is where the bad thing comes in. That is where the problem comes in. That is where you have to now know what it is. Some of us, we don't even know how stress affects us. But of course, I know there are more questions that will come. But you listening right now, I want you to know that you can manage your stress with just one simple task. Start keeping a stress journal. Know what stresses you, know who stresses you, know what time of the day. Within 2 to 3 weeks, you will begin to see a pattern.
Wow.
Of the time your stress is more, of the who that stresses you more, of the where that the stress comes out from. And by the time you see that pattern, you are now able to manage your stress level more. Nobody can manage your stress level more than you. Nobody. A stress journal does the magic. And your stress journal can be online. OneNote, Evernote, put it online. There's quickly searchable and you can make adjustments. Or if you think online is burdensome for you, a little journal, small journal where you put it down, just do a spreadsheet and you see amazingly the time of the day. I'm always told between 12 to 1 o'clock. You will not check. Between 12 to 1 o'clock, this is what I do. So that means this thing stresses me out. So I need to take action. So this is where we need to know stress and depression.
Wow. Okay. Dr. Memuna, thank you so much. So I just want to say something quickly. With this stress journal, I started keeping notes a year and a half ago. I started taking note of people who stress me out because I realized that some people, the moment they even call you, once they call you, you are losing your mind.
You're right.
I started asking myself, why is it this way? So I started avoiding those kind of calls because what he was doing to me was that even before picking the call, I have already stationed the kind of answer. I am already angry before picking the call. And then everything else you do after that phone call is useless. Some people will call you, and once you get off the phone with them, your entire day is a write-off. I started paying attention to it because I realized that it was affecting me. It was damaging my relationship with people around me because then you are now transferring the aggression to your children, to people around you. My son will be wondering, Mommy, you just got off the phone and you're angry. The day my son said it, I started paying attention because obviously I wasn't paying attention to it, but he said it and I started noticing. I realized that this person gives me stress. So I don't even bother. I reply their messages when it is okay for me. And sometimes I just never reply. And it's so true. It is so true. Because there's no way you are going to perform at your utmost best when you are agitated. So I hope you guys are listening because sometimes it could be family, it could be anybody.
It could be anyone.
And if you don't pay attention to
it, this lockdown now, right? Some people are stressed. That's why we are talking about that. We are hoping that this pandemic doesn't end and we have a pandemic on increase in the rate of mental illnesses. So people are on a lockdown with toxic people right now.
Wow. And
it's stressful. And they are thinking and telling themselves they have no option. Who said if anybody dies in this COVID-19 pandemic, you won't be counted among those that died. You are dying your own death. Do you understand what that is? So the thing is that we need to understand there are 5 A's on stress management. You must first be aware of your stress level. Because if you are not aware, there's no way you can make adjustment, you can adapt, you can avoid, or you can accept. Those are the 4. So you must be aware what is stressing. Now you're able to nip down people that stress you. So you will now know how to manage these people, when to pick their call, when to reach out to them. You know, sometimes you even block some people.
Yes.
You don't know that these people they are just going to send it to the other side because they look for a way to pour their own emotions into you. In fact, there's what we call, mental detox. Sometimes, the way we do all this, let's detox our body, ginger, whatever, apple cider. We also need to do what we call mental detox. And that mental detox will help you, take away people that are in your circle that are not helping you, things that are stressing you, things that, in fact, do you know what I call that mental detox? Feel free to fumigate your inner circle.
Oh, shit. Please, somebody help me type it, I beg. You push help me write it, I beg.
To fumigate your inner circle. Be unapologetic about that. Your inner circle means a lot to your wholesomeness and your holistic well-being. And if you have people in your inner circle that are acting as cockroaches, rats, pesticides, you are never going to be whole. You are never going to be able to unleash your potential to be the best version. You must be able to fumigate. And in fumigating, you can pray them away. You can avoid them. You can do whatever fit. Because some people, you can't kill anyone because it's a sin. And of course, you die with the guilt. But there are so many 1001 things you can do that this person, whether he or she gets it or not, you have protected your mental psyche. Because let me tell you something, our mind is so powerful, it's like a palace. But Think of any village or any town, anywhere. Where is the most beautiful place in that township? Is the palace. Even if it's not the most beautiful, it's the most sacred. It's the place everybody, if you come to, you must go to.
You must go there.
You must go there. And what happens if there's a war? The moment they take over a palace, the war has ended. That is how our mind is. If we allow stress to take over our mind, you are gone. It consumes you. So our mind is as sacred and as important as a palace. And you shouldn't allow people walk through your palace with dirty feet. That is how much you need to fumigate your inner circle. You want to keep it clean. You want to keep it sane. You want to keep it radiant. Because the brain receives over 10,000 information per second. So tell me that you want to remember everything. But when you keep that place clean, safe, and, guard it with all your heart, you will never allow people to walk through it with dirty feet. You will protect it with whatever you have. You must be able to give from your place of abundance, not from your place of deficit.
Hey, please, you people are not helping me to write all these things. Please help me write.
Don't ever give from your place of deficit. You don't have enough. Why do you want to give? There's emotional currency.
Dr. Memuna, this is my best word. You cannot give what you do not have. And you cannot allow people continue to withdraw from your emotional bank without putting back. Because the truth is, as a woman, as a mother, there's already so much tearing you apart. There's already so much. So you need to be scrupled with your time. And honestly, I made a video recently and I said, it's okay to say no, even to your children, as far as nobody is going to die.
If you say
as far as nobody is going to die, because
if you say no, you are giving room to your true yeses.
Exactly.
The more no's you say, give room to your true yeses, and it keeps you focused. If you say yes, you burn out. Burnout is a medical condition right now. And when you burn out, you are useless to yourself.
They move on to the next person. They move on to the next person.
They move on. That is where the emotional currency is. If your emotional currency is in naira, how much have you invested into this?
Wow.
And if you are in deficit, how is it affecting you? It's very, very key that we got, because our emotional currency is very key. Right now, we are in COVID-19 pandemic. We are always striving to be able to know how be productive post-COVID-19. How much have we invested in ourselves right now? And that is why I keep telling people, if the only thing you gain during this pandemic is to keep sane, to keep
you are okay,
to
you've
keep
done well
in body, mind, and soul, and to be happier, you have done excellently well. Don't be pressured into learning a new skill, a new trade, start a new hustle. No, just keep sane. It's our year of staying alive. It's our year of surviving.
2020 is the year of staying alive.
Yeah. It's the year of survival. Let us survive first. It's when you survive, you cannot do a post-COVID-19 survivor party where you can unleash your Ankara, self-isolation green.
I know, right?
Photo. You understand? Let us take that.
Oh my God!
Right now, we need to just survive and then do the post-survivor party later. Focus on your needs, not on your wants. Know what works for you, not what works for somebody else. Look at what your past experiences and use the pebbles to build the future you want to see.
Exactly.
You need to live in the presence. Be now.
God.
Minimize your anxiety about tomorrow. Live in the now. You need to survive.
Thank you so much, Dr. Memuna. One of the things that I say most times on my page is this: understand your circumstances. Do not compare what is happening in somebody else's life to your own. Your all is different from my all. And the fact that I'm saying that you can say no to your children doesn't make me a bad mother, because really, who creates the yardstick? If I go nuts and I cannot put myself together, the children I'm trying to be there for when they don't really need me, I would be totally useless to them. So why don't I preserve my mental space for, like you said, my true yeses, for me to be
Yeah.
able to say the true yeses.
Yeah.
And honestly, you can't say it enough, Dr. Memuna. People need to understand that, listen, don't let another person's life come and put unnecessary anxiety on you. Because the truth is, what you are seeing is what they want to show you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you are not careful that you remove the grain from the shaft, you will continue to run this race and never find a way out. Most of the people who are even saying, learn this, learn this, learn this, how many of them can
How
actually
many?
show us that they've learned anything? Because, see, the fact that we are in uncertain times alone is enough to drain you of all your physical and mental energy.
We are collectively dealing with a common trauma, which is
It's so bad.
It's collective. All of us right now, we are collectively suffering. We are confused, we are afraid, we have anxiety because we don't even have control over what is happening.
You don't have control. Exactly.
You don't have control. But what you have control over, your emotions.
Is your mind and your emotions.
You know, putting yourself in that right space, putting yourself in that convenient space where you are fumigated, where it is clean. In fact, the COVID-19 is making us go back to cleanness is next to godliness.
Exactly.
Wash your hands.
Because you are exactly.
That's it. So you must be able to sanitize. Everybody is using sanitizer. Who said the sanitization shouldn't start from you?
From within.
From within out. Monitor your internal clock. Know what the external clocks are, the projects, the deadlines. But meanwhile, your internal clock, you have not been able to do them. What are your internal clock? Your emotions, the way you react to things, your thought processes, your actions,
your energy level.
The energy. Some people don't have the energy. They are learning a skill. The program is not in America. Your time zone is different. You are killing yourself because you have to be awake by 3 a.m.
No.
You are doing one online course. For who? For who that you may not even need post-COVID?
That you may not even use.
It's a year of survival, year of staying alive. When we were doing Dirty December, nobody knew this would come.
Nobody knew.
So
even from Valentine, even during Valentine, we didn't know.
We didn't know that it would be this bad. So survive first. That is what you own yourself. Because when you survive, you can give from your place of abundance. You will not give from your place of deficit.
Because you can't give what you don't have.
Yeah, you can't give. The emotional currency is very important. No matter how it is, whether it's in naira, it's in dollar, it's in whatever. Look at Nigeria. The economy is telling us, we are in recession. The oil level, price level has dropped. Some businesses will never even see the light of day tomorrow.
Anymore, yes.
They are dead. This is the time for you to now look inward and say, look, if I cannot, this business is not working for me, and I still want to stay sane and be wholesome, should I go back to 9 to 5? If 9 to 5 is not working for you, if 9 to 5 you feel that, unemployment is going to be high after COVID-19. Okay, my business, I sell a wagon. Let me merge with somebody who's selling a baby bread. Collaboration is the new competition. You do not need to compete. Collaborate. By the time anybody that is buying bread sees a wagon, they buy.
Even if they didn't plan to buy before, they will buy because of strategic positioning.
Do you not have somebody to share gain and share pain with? It's far better than you killing yourself.
Than doing no ranger.
Yes, it's better for you to be 100%. It's better for you to be a 1% owner of a 100 million multi-dollar business than for you to be a 100% owner of a
$1 business.
You do not need that. You don't need that. This is the time, because in discussing wholesomeness, you can't leave one for another. Everything is interwoven. Everything is intertwined. And when we are now looking at a woman, when you look at a woman is more like everything. The middle person, who, if she's married, the children will follow, and then she convinces her husband to come along. So that woman, that is why there's so much pressure on this woman. The society see you are the doer, the maker, the home, everything is on you.
Nobody is looking whether from the inside you are dying.
No. And if you do not take care of yourself, the society will mismanage you. So you must be able to manage yourself so that the society will not mismanage you. It's very key. Because the moment you let that happen, you are no longer in control. Stress comes in, depression is twice more in women than in men. Of course, for obvious reasons. our hormones, and our societal environmental pressure. So you must be able to manage yourself so that the society will not mismanage you. And nobody has apology for that. The people that you think that were there for you, we move on to other people. So it's very key we know all this. So that staying wholesome is the key word.
Thank you so much, Dr. Memuna. I just want to also add something to that from the business point of things. You said that if your business is not working right now, don't kill yourself about it. Think about the situation. But there's something I realized from last year. I noticed that I've worked with some certain staff that just, the thought of them alone at my job, Dr. Memuna, it gives me anxiety. And even though my HR person will say, oh, don't just sack them like that. When I started taking charge of things and started saying, you know what, I would rather close my job, close my business, than continue to have this person. Because the truth is this, you will not get results. You and the person will continue to clash. You will still lose respect, and your business will still not grow. So why keep... Some of us have staff that are giving us serious heartache, but we are refused to let them go. No, because in your mind, you think, oh, if this person should leave, my business will die. It's a lie.
It's a lie.
If you die, this person is going to move on.
Exactly. The thing is that we have staff nation when it comes to business. Staff nation are the employees. And, they will never tell you who is doing something wrong, who is not doing something wrong. And there's usually that one person with huge influence on other people.
On all of the others, I agree.
Can affect the whole. So you need to expunge that one bad apple from the basket, so the others will not,
take up that bad behavior.
Because you will have your organizational culture, but that one person will come and help you rewrite it.
Exactly.
And they start telling other people, this is how we do it.
They are always rebellious. So. No. Always rebellious.
So the thing is that it's better to take out that. And I just finished one webinar before I came up, and I told the entrepreneurs I had the webinar with. I said, this is the time for all of us to have that, that difficult
decision, conversation, stop appraisal, appraise everybody, remove them. It is not working. Goodbye.
Core staff is know who you will keep, know who you will take out.
Exactly.
Know who you focus on, know who you are. And this is the time for us to work on important and urgent issues as against important and not urgent or urgent not important. Work on those, because as a person, it's definitely not easy for you to do everything. You need people to delegate some issues to. You need people that you would tell them to take over some certain jobs. And if for any reason you do not begin to talk on that difficult conversation now, say, look, we do not have this money this year, we may not be able to recoup, and look, we are going to have a salary cut of 40, 50. It depends on how your cash flow is, because the thing is not about radical innovation. Now look at efficiency innovation. Look at your
value. Be realistic.
Be realistic about it. Rethink about your business plan. If it's not working for you,
you must change things around. You have to be adaptable.
This is the time for you, exactly, as an entrepreneur, to diversify, to collaborate. It can even be merger and acquisition, like what we talked about.
And there's nothing wrong in being acquired. There's nothing wrong in pulling out. It's okay to pull out. Yesterday, I mentioned here Dr. Memuna, that listen, guys, I am analyzing my business, and if at the end of the day I feel like owning a physical store doesn't make sense for us anymore, I am going to shut down, and I don't owe anybody an explanation. Because the truth is, when I run into the debt, none of you will come and say, oh, this. And apart from that, you have to be able to get to the point in your mental space and, self-appreciation that you make decisions without worrying about what the next person is saying. Because your situation is your situation. And whether you do or you don't, they will still talk.
Yeah.
And if you're making decision that is laden by ego, especially when it is financial decision that has ego laced with it, you're going to get into a lot of trouble.
I said burnout. Burnout. What does burnout do to you? You are useless to yourself.
You're very useless
to others. And if you do not understand the rules of emotional currency, it affects you gravely. It so affects you that even the business you think you are, focusing on, you lose focus. The interest to get up in the morning to go
will no longer be there.
And gradually, where is that leading to? you are rolling into depression. So you do not need to be depressed for you to, start that difficult decision now. Rethink your business plan, remodel it, look at what works for you, look at what doesn't work for you, and then, focus on how it is. This is the time for us to leverage on technology. Even hospitals now use telemedicine. We don't take cold cases in my hospital anymore. You don't walk in. We use telemedicine, consultation and assessment. It's online. It's only if you are coming for admission, there's a serious issue we admit. So it's all about now looking at what will work for you, not necessarily what will work for somebody else. What will work for you? This is time for you to learn from your competitors. Okay, what is this person doing? What can I implement in my own business? Not necessarily like, oh, you are looking at this business and you're saying, this business is fighting me. No, it's not about you.
This thing you said now, Dr. Memuna, last week I had a session on my fashion business coaching page, and I went really vulnerable, told everyone about how being in a competitive space really crippled me for a very long time. Like it will cripple you mentally. The only thing that is in your mind is that somebody is coming at you, somebody is coming for you. And in that place, nothing good comes from there. You don't create wealth, you don't create ideas, you don't innovate. You will sleep, your body will be shaking. A lot of fashion entrepreneurs who were there, they were screaming because I literally removed the chair from under their bum. A lot of them fell off the table. I told them, I said, you need to get off that table where you are just sitting down like, like a hunter that is just watching. Let me see if that guy will come out.
Exactly.
You will be there for a long time. Your own life is ruining. You're there watching somebody else. No, I'm not out to compete with anybody to come and lose my sleep. No. I'm in the place of abundance. There's enough to go around. You will sell your own, I will sell my own. If my own is finished, you have it, I'll say go and buy from so person. I move on.
You move on.
I move on.
And that is the right way to go. And that's why I keep shouting, it's our year of survival. It's our year of staying alive. Because if you keep looking at, and this person is doing this, let this person do, let me do. No. Who said, no, when people say people will steal my idea, it just means that if you do not create, they will not copy. So keep setting the pace. Keep setting it. People will know how you started. They never know where you are going. When they copy, they don't know your course of
they don't know the next line of action.
So they will dive in and they will fall. And most time when they fall yakata. It's not the kind of small fall because they don't know whether you just pinched on this idea and you are taking a different course. But of course they will not say, she's doing this.
They will go in neck deep and go and hit their head.
If we do not create, people will not copy. So keep creating. Keep doing what you are doing. Because people will copy me. You see, whatever idea you have, 1,000,001 people
have it already. Yes. It all depends on who do it first. And the truth about ideas is that ideas come with the ability to do. The moment you waste time, the ability to do will start to wane down, and then somebody else will catch the same fire and just go
and run with it. And that is why even the lawyers are now telling us now that we are not also investing on intellectual property. The thing is that you have created something that is unique. How have you gotten the lawyer
protected yourself?
Yes, you just leave it there. You have the content. You do not go and register it, trademark it. That is one area that even the creative, we as entrepreneurs, we are losing a lot. We are creative, you trademark it, you own it. I don't want to dive into that aspect of discussion because you find out that there's some big multinational. The reason why they are making so much money, it's not what you see. It's the trademark, it's the name. It's the name that they have, that when people take it to Australia or take it to Japan, they pay money for that because we have already trademarked it. So how are we harnessing all our ideas, putting them together, ensuring that we get the best out of it, rather than you are running from pillar to pillar? Activity is not productivity. A lot of us we are active, we are not productive. Tell yourself the truth. This is the time to stay productive during and post COVID-19. How productive are you? And that is why I said this is our new reality. This is our new norm. The earlier we accept this new reality,
the better.
And of course, not necessarily agreeing with it. Not who wants to agree with this issue we are having, but acknowledging that it's a new reality and things may never be the same again, then you start seeing options. You start thinking of other ideas that you can upscale, you can leverage on, you can work on, you can, ally with. Capital is very key right now. Our capital is very key. A lot of us, we don't believe that I don't have anything, I don't have money. Do you know your goodwill over time is enough money? How have you harnessed your goodwill in turning it into money? Your contact with somebody can fetch you money. How have you used
Very true.
How? So it's not about looking and just say, I'm just doing this, I'm doing that. No. Ensure you put everything in a docket. Even our SWOT analysis we do for business, do it for yourself first. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses?
Exactly.
What can you do to ensure that?
I remember one of the speakers saying this to us a
Yes.
couple of days ago. She said you have to do a skills audit, and it
Yes.
makes a lot of sense because you are also, confirming it now. So I want to quickly go to my next question, Dr. Memuna, and it says that Nigerians don't really see the need to see a therapist when they have issues with mental wellness. Why is this so, and what can be done?
The thing is that prejudice, discrimination, and stigma is still highly attached to people living with mental illnesses, including their families. You see this COVID-19 now. How many people have you seen come out to say, I'm a survivor? Except the people that wrote by themselves. Others are doing shh and hiding. That is exactly how it affects. And I want to let everybody know, the thing about mental illnesses, if you are in Nigeria, 1 out of 5 of us is currently depressed. 1 out of every 5 Nigerians is currently depressed. But that does not necessarily mean that this person must go for therapy, or this person must go and take medication, or this person must be admitted. What that means is that this person is depressed. It may be mild depression. And what are the things that you can do for mild depression? Talk to a trusted family friend or colleague. It may just be what you need. Or do some other non-medication things that can help get you out. Yoga, meditation, exercise. Exercise is highly underutilized in managing anxiety and depression. So I would tell this individual, therapy does not mean that you are mentally unstable. Therapy is almost, it's just an advanced form of coaching. So that is why a lot of therapists also have life coaching skills. Therapy takes you from dysfunctional to functional. Coaching takes you from functional to super functional. So if you are going for coaching and you are in dysfunctional state, you need therapy. The therapy will take you from a dysfunctional state to a functional state, while coaching will not take it from norm to supernormal. So it's absolutely necessary that if you feel things are not working for you, you are stuck, you feel trapped, things are not looking good, just talk to somebody who will listen to you, that wouldn't judge you, that wouldn't criticize you. Those are some of the skills that you need to do therapy. It does not mean that you are mad. Leave that mad. In fact, if you think you are mad, it just means that you are making a difference. MAD. You are not mad. You are making a difference. Don't think you are mad that you need the therapy. No. A lot of us are stuck. This COVID-19 right now is enough. It's enough to make us not to think well. That's what it is. So having to somebody to cancel you and talk to you is just fine. But of course, create your healthy circle, your tribe, people that you can relate to, people you can be vulnerable to, people you can cry to, that they will listen to you, not judgmentally. It's a form of therapy. That is why you see people shopping. It's therapy for them. Or one bed. It's therapy for them. Drink. Different people have different. So some are maladaptive, some are adaptive good therapists. So therapy is good. Therapy does not mean that you are crazy. Therapy is something that will take you from that place of, ineptitude, place of everything is an effort.
It's over, yeah.
Where you can say, look, I've seen the light. I need to move on. I can do it now. I'm bold. I can take those decisions. I can, walk with my head raised high and all that. So therapy is not a bad thing.
Okay, Dr. Memuna, I'm going to take one question now, and I will end this live. Then I will come back so we can just round up so that you can go and get to other things. But the question now is it possible to have a mental condition and not be aware?
Yeah, it's possible. So we have people that they are not aware for what reasons. They are in denial, or they are not in denial, but the ability to seek for help because of the stigma, they are not,
They don't have it.
they don't want to seek for. Why some people, the mental illness itself affects your thinking and decision making skills. So you do not even know that you need to seek for it. And this is where family, friends, colleagues, and trusted loved ones come in to help you, in getting that help. And that is why we say we need to make this, amplify this, let this voice be louder. So that when we start talking about mental health, just the way we talk about hypertension, diabetes, people can be encouraged to seek for help. So you have issues where somebody is having high functioning depression, they don't even know. Smiling depression, they don't even know. You don't see that this person is doing well. He's doing all the job work, he's very productive in the workplace, but this person is having high functioning depression. And what are the things that will now make you know that there's a problem? One word I keep telling people to watch out for: change. What has changed in Mr. Lagbaja yesterday and what has changed in him today that makes you, when you see him or her, there's that thing to say, something is not right here, but I don't know what it is. So with that, you can see this individual and say, I've known you for XYZ number of months, weeks, or years. You have been like this. But all of a sudden, I noticed this. Is there something you would like to share with me? It's just okay to just discuss, be open with that individual. And the person said, no, there's nothing wrong with me. I've never seen anything change in me. It's your mind, it's your perception, it's this. But you know something is wrong. And this is where you need to take action. We've had people being admitted in our facility using the law enforcement agency because the relatives know that there's something wrong, but this individual doesn't know something is wrong. And lo and behold, 2 months down the lane, the person is fine, is treated, is now more, aware of what is happening. They go back to the relatives and say, thank you for helping me. I didn't know that there was something wrong with me, but you knew it and you helped me out. They always appreciate at the end of the day. So don't let that person go and say, it's none of my business. It's our business. So that is why in America they are carrying guns and killing people now. We need to look inward and also see that if we have a friend, relative, a colleague that is doing certain things that he or she wasn't doing before, that you think they may be out of ordinary, it's a time for you to act. It's a time for you to help this individual because they may not have that
mental capacity to put together what is happening to them.
Yes. Our frontal lobe, which is part of our brain, is the part that takes care of our executive functioning and decision making. Some people, the mental illness affects that part of our brain. How would that person know that there's something wrong? So that honor lies on you to help that individual out. As far as the person is not in denial, but the person doesn't just know there's something wrong. So when the era of color blocking, I was worried. Because when people started doing green, yellow, blue, color blocking, it's also a sign that this person may be having bipolar. I was worried for some people at that point because it may not be fashion, but exhibition of bipolar affective disorder symptoms. So it's for you as an individual to look at that one word, change. What has changed in this individual that I can help this person to seek for help so that he or she can be whole again.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Memuna. I'm going to end this live now. You guys, we're coming back right immediately. The final question so that we can wrap up so that she can go and do other things.
No problem.
Welcome back, everyone. So we're just going to wait for a few minutes for Dr. Memuna to join us back so I can add her on and then we can finish up. I still have a couple more questions I need to ask her. The person who asked me this, I actually paid attention to the person and I'm hoping that she's watching and that the person is watching and she can hear Dr. Memuna's answers. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Memuna, for
Thank
coming
you.
back. Let me continue. So the next question is this, and this person says that what are the different types of mental health treatments that one can get, especially now that you can't go out? But then, so that's why I think this person has somebody around them that is exhibiting some certain kind of behaviors. So she was like, what are the different types of mental health treatment that one can assess?
Yeah. So the thing now is that hospitals are high risk places. So I also do not encourage people to go there. But in case of emergency, yes, you can. So like for us in our hospital, we don't get in people. But of course, people that we are admitting right now, people that are suicidal, which is quite, you don't want anybody
It's
to think
quite
you are selfish.
it's
Yeah.
quite popular
It's an
right now.
emergency, yes. And then people that are having issues with drugs, like withdrawal symptoms or quite non-manageable at all. And then some that are quite violent. So you will find out that everybody's on the lockdown. There's this one person who is angry and fighting everybody at home. There's no way the home climate in that environment to be good. So staying in a facility where there are experts to help manage this individual works perfectly. So, but what are the things that you can do right now while at home and, of course, trying to get help? First thing, you have to identify if there's somebody in your space that needs that help. Leverage on technology. Like us, we are using technology for consultation right now, for assessment, and then, of course, getting person. So what we do is that once the person logs in, we send you all the papers to fill, consult, biodata, then do some psychological assessment, send them back to us. Then we'll fix that time that fits you and us, and they send you a link. Once you click on it, we are doing our telemedicine. So it's a good way so that you won't even get infected and somebody else will do. And the beauty about that is that you can link in many people at the same time. So, for
Okay.
example, we are in Lagos, you are in UK, the person you want to help is in Abuja. The three of us can be together on that platform discussing XYZ, taking time out. And because I'm seeing you, I'm not only looking at what you're telling me clinically,
You're
I'm
also
also
looking at the
seeing
cues, the bodily cues.
non-verbal expression. So that way, if you then need medication, delivery people are essential services. We package the medication, it gets delivered to you. And then, of course, we will not give you a dosage that if anything happens, you don't have support. We give you a dosage, stepwise.
Yeah, that
Yes,
manages it.
that we can manage it to an extent. But if for after the or during the consultation, we find out that you will need, to come in on a personal level for admission, maybe a day or two, we tell you to come in. And everybody is, doing the protective gear. They're not available, but we have to look for ways to, modify protective gear and all that. It's very good right now that nobody should neglect one another. We are all in this together. Very, very important. We are all in it together. Don't neglect yourself, don't neglect people around you, because the person around you may be the source of your stress if you do not pay attention. So leverage on technology, reach out to the doctors or the team. If you use HMO, you can even find out from your HMO which of these services has emotional and mental wellness. Key in. So technology is the first thing right now. Don't just jump to go to the hospital because you do not know whether there's an infected patient there and you do not want to get infected and add to that. So yes, so counseling, therapy is very good. If you need medication, you'll be told, because you must do an assessment and evaluation
First.
for us to know, okay, if it's even depression, is it mild, moderate, or severe? Is it depression that will need admission? You always start from that. It's from there you can then know what level and what you need to add.
Okay, then the next question I have is this, and Dr. Memuna, I took note of this person who sent in this question.
Okay.
The person said, "How can one tell that they are suicidal, or if someone around them is that? What are the things to look out for
Yeah.
that shows you that this person is suicidal?" I know you've
Yeah.
mentioned change today,
Yeah.
but you mentioned change in general. But for
Yeah.
someone that is suicidal, what
Okay.
do we look out for?
So they are what we call warning signs. Warning signs of suicide does not mean that the person will start exhibiting outright things that will make you to say that this person is suicidal. It may be as mild as, if I go now, people will not miss me. It may be such statements like that, and you just think that, what is this one talking about? It may be that kind of a person where you know this, no matter what, this your sister will not give you a Gucci handbag. All of a sudden, you say, Toyosi, come and take this bag. I know you told me you like it one time like this. You can have it. You know this person. When they start giving out their properties, when they start sharing those things out, when they start acting like, this COVID-19 is too much. Let there be rapture. Let the world just end. We call it in psychology catastrophizing. So you are looking at something that will act as a catastrophe. Let rapture just happen. Let me just, go. Or they start talking about, I'm just tired of everything. This life is frustrating. Why would there be a COVID-19 now? And this person is not like teary or crying but talking about things, things like that. If I die, people will not miss me. Or feeling as if everything is just frustrating me. Or sometimes they start acting recklessly. What are these reckless, risky behavior? Now we say we are not really going out. So you may not talk about driving fast. But they are cooking. Instead of using a napkin to carry the pot and keep down, they are using hand. Things that that this person should do.
It's not.
Yes, they just do it without thinking. Things like that, they are withdrawing. So the common ones you see, people withdrawing to themselves, not talking to people, they are very irritable, or even to the extreme, tantrums. Some people don't even do that. Some people, they will even be nice, very nice, like this, giving away their things. And people say, come, that's true. Auntie Bipe that said they liked it. After post-COVID-19, please remind me, let me give it to Auntie Bipe. They will write it down. Things like, ordinarily, this person will not do. Sometimes you see some people oversleeping. People when they are in distress or they are depressed, is not sleeping well. This time around, they are sleeping. Because when you sleep, the problem sleeps.
Wow.
But when they wake up, the problem wakes up. So they are not using sleep as a coping
mechanism.
Yes. So that excessive sleep, displaying extreme mood swings, some of them even increase in the use of alcohol or caffeinated drinks or smoking. So these are warning signs, and they act as what we call red flags. So if you do not caution yourself, look at what has changed in this individual, you may miss it. You may miss it because we are very good in trivializing people's issues. Like, what's wrong with this one? Why are you behaving like that? Go and sit down. Do you think your problem is
it only you that have problems?
Problems, something like that. I know the thing about somebody who is already suicidal, what the brain feedback is giving to that individual is that
nobody cares. Nobody cares
for you. So by the time you are like, go and sit down, you're the only one with problems, you just say, did I not tell you? That inner voice, did I not tell you? Nobody cares for you, nobody loves you. Nobody. Toyosi, the thing is that nobody actually set out to kill him or herself. They just wanted the pain to go away.
Oh God.
They just wanted the pain to go. It's not that they found themselves dead. That's just it. No, but who will open his or eyes and say, I want to kill myself? No. And that is why they say completed suicide is more among men than women. Women are more open to discussing it. Go to Facebook or I'm tired of life, I want to kill myself. But the man, we want to die manly. And this is where it starts for us as mothers. Mothers, we have to tell our boys now,
it's okay to cry.
It's okay to cry.
It's okay to express your feelings.
Yourself. Yeah.
Nobody is going to judge you.
That is it. So they won't grow up with that men don't cry attitude.
Exactly. No, that doesn't. It doesn't happen in my house. So no. I'm very passionate about the boy child because I realize that a lot of people are so passionate about the girl child that the boy kids are literally neglected.
Yeah. So those are the things you have to. So these are warning signs that each and every one of us need to know. That withdrawing to self, you say some obvious things that are changed, but to this other person, they may be opposite of the things that withdrawing to self, not talking, not sleeping, angry, crying easily.
Some they get overly excited, they talk too much.
That is why sometimes people say it's not possible. That person cannot kill himself. He was so cheerful. He's the best in our team. He was a very happy person. He was a jolly good fellow. He was having smiling depression. He was just putting down marks there. It was just, and the moment everybody goes and the person is alone, he says snap. And the person does say, look, you see, everybody has gone now. I'm alone. Nobody's taking care of me. I'm useless to anybody. You know, I'm worthless. I don't feel myself. If I die now, I will rest. And that's why you see women, when they kill themselves, they have babies and they have postpartum depression. They want to kill the baby before they kill themselves, because they will believe that the baby will suffer if they die. So they'll just say, let me just go so people can rest, forgetting that for every person that has killed him or herself, over 10 people are affected in that family. Because everybody start grieving, people start feeling guilty, maybe because of them that you did what you did. And it's not that they don't love their family members, but they are not thinking at that point who matters to them. They are just into themselves about they are worthless, they are useless, they are hopeless, they don't matter anymore. It's best for them to leave the world so that others can be happy and others can, can survive. No. So warning signs are very key. They are red flags you must watch out for any individual. And they are very key. They can go from one extreme to the other extreme. Notable ones are the ones we talk about, but some notable ones are the ones that the person is catastrophizing. Let the world end now. If I die, nobody will. If I live, nobody will care about me. Those are small things that people say, and we just laugh. I say, what are you talking about? I know you don't mean it. That person may mean it so well. You may wake up and the person is not there.
Wow. So, Dr. Memuna, as women, we are faced with so many things.
Yeah.
How do you advise that one can maintain mental wellness as a woman? Because I want it to be specific to women. Because like I said before, the kind of things that we're faced with in our daily life is enough to even let somebody, just, give it in. What would you advise to help us sustain mental wellness?
Yeah. So before we even go to what to do to sustain mental wellness, let women know what can make them more vulnerable to depression. It's very good. So if you are a woman here that is married, please do this assignment. I didn't say you should share your answers with me, but you know your answers, and then please take action. So I will talk about how you can take action, self-help tips, and of course professional tips that you can do. As a married woman, there are 4 risk factors that you can face that can make you more vulnerable to having depression anywhere in the world. Whether you are African American, Hispanic, Latino, whosoever you are, as far as you are married and you are a woman. That doesn't mean that the single women are not involved. I can just run through what covers for a single person, a single lady, but for you woman that is married. First thing, if your parents, one or both of them died before you are 8 years of age, obviously somebody is going to bring you up. Obviously, you are too young to care for yourself, so somebody is going to care for you. So death of one or both of your parents before you are 8. The second one is that if you have 3 children and more, so you have 3, 4, 5 children that are 14 years below, it then means that you are more stressed, you are more burdened. So tell, for example, your children now, they are below 10 years of age, you are traveling, you have 3 children alone without your husband. How that can be, you are disorganized and all that. So 3 children, 3 or more children, 14 years below. The third one is if you are not working at all, and that is the reason why I keep telling people, even if your business is on Instagram, network. You see outside your home, interact with people, involve yourself with community service. It just means that you are a social being. Excluding yourself will not make you utilize and utilize your brain to the full capacity. So
I totally
if you are
agree.
not working at all, or you are working at home, is not, it's a risk factor too. The third, the last, not the least and most important, and that is one that women that are here, please ask your husband, or you already know the answer. If your spouse is not your friend, there's what we call empty nest syndrome. Empty nest syndrome comes when your children are grown and they've left you to hide from others. So if your spouse is not your friend at that point, you know it's going to be boring. So you now imagine that you will hear somebody 20 years in marriage, 30 years in marriage, divorce. You'll be wondering, what happened? Children have been filling up that vacuum for them for long. Now that the children are no longer there, they're not friends.
What else do you have? What do you have?
Nothing. What do you have? So these 4 vulnerability risk factors, if you already have 2, you are more at risk of having depression. So the 4 of them, if you already have 2, you are more at risk. So what can you do for yourself? Self-help tips. Self-help tips start by knowing yourself, your strength, your weaknesses. You know what you can do. Harnessing your skills is very important to manage yourself mentally. When you know that, you now know.
Sorry, Dr. Memuna, somebody said you should repeat. No, she said when you have 3 or more children, the next one is if your spouse is not your friend.
Right. Okay, so repeat the third one. The third one is if you are not working at all.
If you're not working,
only within your home. Yeah. So if you are not working at all, that means you are unemployed. Or you have a business, but it's more of an Instagram kind of.
It's almost like if you are isolated. If you are isolating yourself.
Yes, because you are a social being. Very important. So what are those self-help tips? Know, harness your skills. Know your strength. Know your weaknesses. Know what to maximize. Know your most valuable activities as against your least valuable activities. So you can optimize your most valuable
yourself.
activities.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what to delegate. What you don't like doing.
Exactly.
That is giving you stress and pushing you out of your comfort zone. Pay somebody to do it. There's no point.
Pay somebody to do it. Delegate. Outsource it. You don't need it. Some of us in businesses, our cleaners are not our cleaners. It was outsourced. Security are not our security. It was outsourced. The cook in the hospital, if you get a cook to cook and they are not patient to the admission, you are losing money. You are losing everything. Outsourced to a service person who has a catering service, who has a restaurant, who you know can deliver your meals on time. So it's very, very key. Another thing you should do that's a self-help tip is make sure you have your healthy support system. I deliberately added healthy because your support system can be disaster. Make sure you have your healthy support. Your healthy support system will clap for you when you are there. Will lift you up when you are down there. They are not going to judge you. They are not going to criticize you. They won't use your past against you.
No judgment relationship where you can go and this is what I have done, you guys.
Exactly.
You know, you are not afraid. No fear of prejudice. None of that.
People that will listen to you non-judgmentally. Your healthy support system. Very, very key. This is a good self-help tip. Another self-help tip is exercise. It can be yoga, it can be meditation. And we are not talking about jumping and running and whatever. Just walking, brisk walk is just okay. Brisk walk is a good self-help tip that you can use. It clears your mind.
Clears your brain.
It clears your brain. I know what it helps you do. It boosts up your feel-good hormones. And what are these feel-good hormones? Your endorphins. That's why when you exercise and you sweat, you come back to feel better, you feel rejuvenated, you feel renewed, you feel relaxed, you sleep better. It's a recipe for good sleep hygiene. So this self-help tips is very important. Also, what you eat. Don't just eat when Nigeria will say, let me eat, make my belly full.
No, food is for nourishing the body. If it doesn't nourish your body, it's not going to nourish your brain. And you're killing yourself.
You need to be able to eat that meal that you really want, you really love, something even if people say, you need money. Sometimes it's not about money. You have tomato today, you don't have maggi. You have pepper, you do not have vegetable. So what can you do to make sure that you have that nutrient that will nourish your body, mind, and soul? That is what it is when it comes to feeding. Very, very key. It's a good self-help tip. Another good self-help tip is mental detox that I talked about.
Yes.
Feel free to fumigate. Don't even be there's nothing like, hey, this person now, she will feel offended. This person now will not talk to me. Okay, keep bringing them into your circle, and you find out that at the end of the day, you will go down, they will climb on you to go up. So a dark detox of your circle is also very, very key, very, very important. Another thing again we need to also understand when it comes to self-help is our relationship with people. Our relationship with people must not be everybody and anyone. So you saw when the president made say, I'm not for everyone, I'm for everyone. I don't even know that statement he said again that time. The thing is that as an individual, you are also more like a butterfly. You fly, you perch where you want to perch, you show your feathers and which way you want to do it. It attracts. And when this relationship, the moment you have unhealthy, toxic thoughts, they do not promote good relationships.
They don't. Yes.
You must be able to understand that your unhealthy, toxic thoughts
It's
are
going to
not
attract
helping you.
people
Yes,
like you.
yes, it will attract people like you. That is when people are saying it is this, say yes, it is, because those are the things you are also, you now attract those things. And what does that do to you? Two bad things.
It is equal to worse.
That's worse. So you must be able to know these are things that are not helping me. I need to take them off and focus on things that are helping me. And again, a good self-help tip that most of us don't really do is that we always have our to-do list. So you see, most of us, we do not have our not to-do list. When you have your not to-do list, every day you wake up, you say, oh, I'm going to do 10 things. Also write down the things
That you will not do.
You will not do. Because the things you will not do most times are the things that will derail you from the things you want to do.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
at the end of the day, you will not do anything. You won't remember that the things that you do not want to do, that the things you now focused on, and at the end of the day, work done, zero. So while you're having your to-do list, also look at your not to-do list and ensure that you delegate those ones, you assort them, sometimes eliminate them because they are not
True.
they don't matter.
Very true.
They don't matter.
Very, very true. Because
So
Dr. Memuna,
yeah.
one of the things on my not to do list, right, is checking my phone during the day. So I only go on Instagram when I want to do certain things. Now I have an assistant who does that. The reason is this. I'm in a place now where I don't have as much help as I used to have back in Nigeria.
So, I know.
So now my capacity is kind of like minimal. So I have to ensure that I'm getting enough done in my space right now. And the same way a to-do list is going to continue to remind you and continue to push you to achieve your goal, it is the same factor that a not to-do list will have. I have a not to-do list. I sit down on Sunday, write out my not to-do list, and the only way I do that is by reviewing the past week and ask myself, how did I do last week? So I open my journal, all the things that I couldn't do on a daily basis. I start asking myself, what shot me my time that didn't allow me to do this thing? Then I realized that my phone is a big problem. Very big problem. So when you message me, some people have messaged me 3 days now. I haven't checked it. The reason is I have been doing this conference, following up with the speakers, following up with people that are messaging and all of that. Now imagine if I'm now sitting down on WhatsApp and I'm trying to respond to everybody. So
that app is the most toxic app ever.
Oh no.
Waste of time, derails you, makes you unproductive, except you are selling on WhatsApp.
Even if you are selling, Dr. Memuna, even if you are selling, your mental health is very important. Having to deal with so many things at once really can put you in a bad place. So the same with the way you said, don't have a not to do list. I have it written as I'm talking to you. I have a board here, and my not to do list is hanging right there. So that the moment I want, then the truth is, if you don't see it all the time, you will forget.
You will not use it.
Life will take away all of the thoughts from you. So you need to constantly remind yourself. When COVID-19 started, one thing that I noticed was that I was going to start to eat a lot because the kids were in the house. And, I have to be cooking and all of that. You know what I did? I went into my alarm and I put, Toyosi, drop that food. Every 1 hour, Dr. Memuna, I'm telling you, and it has helped me. In fact, I have lost weight in this period. Every hour, this thing goes off. Because I started watching myself. How often do I go and check for something to eat? I realized that it's usually every hour because these boys are hungry almost every. If you leave them, every 2 minutes they're hungry.
They are
So I
there.
told myself, you have to do this. It was like a drastic measure, but it has really helped me. Because when I grab the thing and he's saying, you are not hungry, so you drop that food, I would just quietly drop it and leave. For some people, that may seem like an extreme case, but the truth is, desperate times require desperate measures.
Desperate measures.
You cannot fix something with, oh, I will try. No. Because sometimes our mind is willing, but the flesh is so weak.
It's not. So you must be intentional in doing it.
Very intentional.
You must be intentional and be deliberate in executing that. Don't leave it to chances. Be deliberate, intentional, and continuously work on it. We are all a work in progress. We are.
Which is what I said earlier. I said in your journey, awesomeness is not a destination. It is a lifelong journey. It's something that you continue to, tweak here and there, tweak this one today. Okay, Toyosi has talked about food. I'm going to go and change something little. What can I change here? What healthy swap can I make? And that's basically how we get there. Nobody has it all together. My final word, Dr. Memuna, before you leave and then you round up for us, is what are the factors that we don't pay attention to in our immediate space? You've mentioned it, but I just wanted to kind of like throw a little more light that contributes to mental illness. I know you've talked about, toxic people and all of those things. Are there other things that we don't pay attention to, but that because of your specialty?
So there are a lot of things that we don't pay attention to that can make us, in a way, mentally unstable. So we don't say people are mad, we don't say they are emotionally unstable, mentally unstable, and all that. So there are things that were not within your control that made you mentally, that can act or that can predispose you to mental illness. And these are things that happen when you were a child. These are things that happen when you were growing up. And what are those things? These are things coming from a home where there was divorce. It wasn't with your fault. It was daddy and mommy. The center could no longer hold, and that was why. Death of one or both of your parents, it wasn't your fault too. You had no control over it. Another thing is family, coming from a family where there was domestic violence. The boys likely grow up as violent people, abusers, while the girls grow up more of an abusee because of the reaction they saw from dad and mom. Also coming from a home where there was a positive family history of somebody who has had a mental illness. It may not be dad, it may not be mom, it may not be your siblings, it may be great-grand-uncle, it may be great-grand-cousin. So then, of course, if you were sexually abused as a child, it can bring about you not trusting people. It can bring about you not giving yourself to people. Relationship is never really deep because you do not trust people. It may be about
anybody.
Yes, maybe that you know the person's name. So anybody answering that name is evil. It may be about the person was tall. Anybody tall is evil. So these are things that you were not in control. So but right now as you have grown, what are the things happening in your environment that can make you mentally unstable? Being in a toxic relationship. And sometimes maybe that you were predisposed, coming from a home where there was domestic violence. And that is the only way you know. What happens for things that happen when you are growing up is that it gets your brain wired differently. So when you come into the outer society, you see them as normal things. Why people are like, no, this is not normal. So you now have to unlearn those things to relearn what is good for you.
What is the right thing?
Yes, which is the right thing, which may not really be total, which may not really go down well with you because it's your ability to accepting what is right that will help you. So toxic relationship, financial issues. The thing about financial issues is a whole lot. It's a course on its own, which we know. Financial literacy and all that. People just believe, when I make money, I buy what I need. Whether I have anything in reserve, I don't have, I'm okay. No. How much have you invested in some savings in case there's anything that happens, you go out of? So relationship challenges, financial challenges, issues with if you are working, harassment in the workplace, working with a toxic boss. These are things that you say, but you have a job now, you are working in an oil company, you are working in a bank, they are paying you well. What if the work environment is not healthy for you? What if it is toxic? People are not saying that but you do understand that these are things that are not right, that can make you mentally unstable. So everything around us matters. We need to just know. That's why emotional intelligence comes in, which is self-awareness. You need to be aware of the things that are good for you, that are healthy for you, that can promote a balanced mental wellness, as against things that people think will work for you. No, not what people think will work for you, but things you know will work for you. So that self-awareness is very key. And then you can now manage yourself before you can manage relationship. So everything around us comes in bits and pieces. And with that, once you are able to decipher it, you now know, oh, this is not good for me. I will not. Like for example, people are taking that decision now in May. They are not traveling anywhere this year. They rather stay in Nigeria, manage themselves. You know, they won't join the Joneses and say, pandemic is over, everybody is traveling, because you know that tiny voice is telling you, if I go to this place, I may. Is that fear?
I may contract this thing.
Yes, is that fear though? But you now know that, do I really need to, as against I must travel because people are traveling? No. So because I keep saying it, your thoughts influence your emotions, and your emotions influence your behavior. So when you look at this different cadence, you understand that everything around you must be in moderation, be healthy for your own holistic wellness, against what you think the society, you know, needs from you.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Memuna. Like, this has been so eye-opening for me, because I mean, for somebody that I feel like, you know, I have some idea. You've said a lot of things that, you know, if not because I'm hearing it from a professional, I probably will not pay that much attention to it. So I would say thank you, thank you so much, Dr. Memuna. So for every woman that is here this evening, Dr. Memuna, what's the word that you have for us before you leave? It's okay. This is my parting word for you people, though.
Yeah. So for you, the woman out there, you are a well-organized man. You are whole. You are needed. You are awesome. You are priceless, and you must see yourself that way. Don't seek validation out there. You do not need it. Let it be from inside. Give from your place of abundance, and gain from your place of deficit. As much as it is, if for anything this period, the only thing you are able to do is to come out of this pandemic healthier, wealthier in body, mind, and soul, happier and saner. Kudos to you, girl. You've done so well. Don't be pressurized into doing what you don't want to do. Manage yourself so that the society will not miss you.
No much manage you.
God bless you. And
thank you so much, Dr. Memuna. God bless you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Good night, ma.
Good night. Bye.
Wow. You guys, we have literally, it's been one whole week, every single day of mind-blowing, table-shattering, all kinds of things. I cannot say thank you to you guys enough for being here from day one till now. Thank you guys so much for letting me be this outlet, you know, for this, to make this happen. This has really, really changed my own life in so many ways. And I cannot, it will take me a while to recover from it, because honestly, sometimes we need to hear these things that we already know from other people for us to actually, you know, continue to have it in our brain. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. I see all your messages. I see all of your DM. I just want to say that, you know, for every single thing that we have learned here this week, I pray that God is going to, you know, use each of the information that we have heard to make an amazing difference in our lives. Also, I would put a link in my bio asking you guys to please help me fill a feedback form, so that at least I will know exactly what how I did, how we did, and what I can do better. If you joined us from the beginning, you remember that I mentioned that this was going to be a live event. My plan before was to have this event in Nigeria as a live event, free, all expense paid by me. But you know, as God will have it, God decided that it was time for me to do it, and I was going to do it online. So I've done it, and you know, I'm so thankful. But obviously, we need to continue this, because this information will not be so useful if we don't continue to hear it, if we don't continue to, utilize it. And as we are using, we have to constantly replenish. So I would put up a link for you guys to help me fill the feedback form. Share with me your feedback, what we can do better, how I did this time, because honestly, I won't lie to you guys. For the longest period of time, I was really, really doubting the fact that this was going to be successful. But I'm so thankful to God that, I took the leap, and it's been so amazing. It is so amazing. Someone said it is because of people like us, not in Nigeria, that this happened online. Oh, wow. No problem. But I would still like, wherever you are in the world, it doesn't matter. Please help me fill the feedback form. It's going to tell me what we need to do next and the kind of people that you think that I should start to look out for, to reach out to, so that they can come and share this kind of wealth of wisdom with us once again. Once again, thank you so much. If you're not following Dr. Memuna, you need to, because she shares a lot of tips, a lot of, life-changing things. It might seem simple, but there are things that we can practice in our daily lives for us to just have a more peaceful mind, a more peaceful life. And I absolutely recommend that. And every single one of my speakers, please go to their pages, follow them. They're all people of value. They give amazing value, whether you pay them for their services or whether you're just following them. They are very, very highly visionary people. So please give them a follow. Let them, if you meet them in real life, say hello to them. Tell them that you came from, that you were at my conference, and that they made a difference in your life. So thank you guys so much for joining me once again. The link to that feedback is going to go up this evening. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless you for all of the DMs. My DM right now is now that I can start to look at my DM. The kind of testimonials that I have in my DM, you guys, I'm so thankful. Like, I read some messages and my body is shivering. Like, are you for real? Thank you guys for letting me do this. Thank you guys for letting me impact you positively. Thank you guys for following me. And until I plan something else this big, let's continue to be friends on social media. Don't be strangers. Leave comments. Say hello. I don't bite. I'm a one person. When you leave comments, I always reply. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless you and have a wonderful evening. Goodbye, everyone.